I'm going to start with you, Mr. Ganji. The committee has received multiple letters from criminal defense and civil rights attorneys who's litigated against you. Each of them praised your professionalism and the fidelity to the law. Several members of this committee and their staffs have also worked with you during your time on Senator Cruz's chief counsel. Both as a prosecutor and as a Senate staffer, you've had to work with people who disagreed with you to serve the American people. So this may seem like a softball question, but your answer will kind of tell us how you will approach it as a person with a robe. What lessons will you take from these experiences to the bench?
Senator, I think the single most important thing in the way that the court treats any litigant is to treat them with respect. Not only treat them with personal respect, but let them understand that you're taking their case seriously. I think it's tempting to treat a case maybe as a routine matter. You see, hundreds of these, this specific type of case a year, but to the litigants in front of you, it's the single most important case of their life. And so if fortunate enough to be confirmed as a district judge, I would approach each legal dispute with care, with attention, and I want everyone to walk out of that courtroom. They may not win, but they would feel that they have been given their day in court.
Thank you. Now to Mr. Folks. You've had a long career as a local and federal prosecutor, even including being a U.S. attorney. You've received many awards for your service, and you've tried over 20 cases to verdict, I've been told. Can you explain your judicial philosophy and how your experience as a prosecutor has prepared you to serve as a judge?
Thank you, Senator. My experience as a prosecutor has meant everything in preparation for this moment. I have learned deep and lasting lessons from every single judge that I was able to practice in front of, from meticulous preparation to understanding the case and the law to treating parties with respect at every opportunity. And I have learned something from every single judge that I've tried cases in front of or practiced in front of that I would intend to take with me and further my career if I'm fortunate enough to be confirmed by the Senate. As far as my judicial philosophy, I agree with what my colleague, Mr. Ganji, said. It is so important for a judge to be the most prepared individual in the courtroom, and it's so important for a judge to correctly identify the applicable law and to correctly find the proper facts and the true facts, apply the law to those facts, and make a decision that is independent and that is fair and just, and that demonstrates deep respect for the law. And I think that would be the judicial philosophy that I've learned throughout my career as a prosecutor that I would take with me to the bench.
Thank you.
Thank
now
you,
to
Senator.
Mr. Peterson. You've spent nearly 15 years in public service at the Alaska Department of Law. You now serve as Assistant Attorney General in the Natural Resource Section. Please tell us how your career has prepared you for the unique type of cases that you would preside over as a federal judge in Alaska.
Well, Chairman Grassley, as Senator Sullivan mentioned, Alaska has many federal statutes that are specific to Alaska. They're large, important pieces of legislation that are critical to the success of Alaska, and one of those that he mentioned was the Alaska National Interest Lands Conservation Act. I've litigated that act specifically for several years. I have a deep familiarity with the laws that are specific to Alaska and that are unique and come before district judges in Alaska and where really nobody else in the country would have any reason to know much about them. So the deep familiarity that I have with those laws, with my history of litigating them, I think prepared me for many of the cases that will come before the district court. And also my career as a prosecutor. I traveled all across Alaska prosecuting cases, serious felonies in Anchorage, and cases all across the state, from Juneau to Dutch Harbor to Kenai to Delta Junction, even appearing in Uktiavik on the Arctic Ocean for a sentencing hearing. So I have a wide cross-section of experience in the arenas that are likely to come before the district court, and hopefully I'll be able to preside over those matters if I'm fortunate enough to be nominated, confirmed.
Thank you all very much. Now, Senator Hirano.